So more recently, so you're saying, Jeff, that the Warriors have been kicking more ass from 1990 to 2022 than the Lakers have.
No, then the Celtics
that's what you just said.
Then the Celtics
no, that's what you just said. Because I was just talking about the Lakers.
That's not what I said. I said is
you put a lot of words in my mouth in this podcast. I'm putting them in yours.
Another actor
ruined by drugs and alcohol. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Unlucky Specialist Podcast. Yours truly, Sam Torres,
and your boy Jefte, aka Old Fitz, aka I'm feeling Nashville hot, baby.
Feeling nice, feeling Nashville hot. A little bit of Colonel in them.
A little bit of Colonel. That's Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, there you go.
But it's okay though.
I mean, they're right there next to each other.
They're close to each other.
You know what I mean? What's up, Jeff? Hold on. Let's just greet the people. It's been a minute. How you guys doing? How are you feeling? Thank you for coming in and watching our podcast. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and something to do with that bell button. You know what I mean?
Ding, 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 ding.
There you go.
It's more of a horn, but you get it.
You know?
But we need a bell sound.
Bing, ding, ding. But make sure you guys follow us on Instagram at Unlucky Specialist. On YouTube, you find us at The Unlucky Specialist. But yeah, man. How you been? How's life? How's everything since the last time we sat down and talked?
I've been good, Sam. I've been busy.
Traveling the world.
I went to Nashville. We can get into that a little later. But yeah, man, I've just been good. It's hitting those dog days, right? We're getting into the summer. It's getting hotter.
It is getting hotter.
You're trying to look for things to do. You're trying to, is the money looking right? Is the dreams on track? The year's almost halfway done. Everything seems like it's going way too fast, man.
Speaking of hotter, guys, we're moving the studio over to the Valley.
Big moves
over here.
Back to the 8-1 Izzle.
Back to where it all started. I mean, it really started in Santa Clarita, but anyways, back to where it all started in the Valley. Hopefully, we can see more of our Valley people come through, say what's up, sit down, have a chat with us. You know that we're a little closer. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to that Valley heat.
Honestly, I bet you're not looking forward to just moving. Moving sucks, bro.
Moving's the worst. Like, I mean, packing everything up that you thought that you didn't need.
I'm gonna out you a little bit because you said you didn't know that movers were a thing.
No.
You said movers didn't
Jeff,
exist.
You're trying to make me into some sort of imbecile to these people.
I don't know.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't think they existed. I just didn't believe that that business was still alive. Two different things.
It's like, I'm not saying that the earth is flat. I'm just saying that it's not round.
I'm not saying that it's not flat. That it's not always been flat.
So in other words, you just found out about movers, and that's still an industry. It's still an industry. I used to actually work with a moving company. Shout out to 7th Generation Moving.
Hey,
hopefully they're still doing well. Shout out to Abner. Thank
you.
It was that job sucked.
His name was Abner.
His name was Abner.
First name.
First name Abner. Last name I don't know.
Torres.
I don't think so.
Because my middle name is Abner.
There you go. Shout out to Sam Abner Torres.
That's some crazy shit. Because I've never ever met. I met one other person that has had a name Abner.
Well, now there's another guy that you haven't met, but you tangentially know him through me.
Wow.
But anyway, shout out to Abner. He gave me a cool little job, but it actually sucked because I was working in customer service, and you get like those hot leads where basically it's like you buy data, and like you know that these people are looking for movers within the last like 3 days or whatever. Right. So you give them a call. It's like, hey, you're looking for a mover. Hit them their email, blah blah. But once in a while, we're short staffed with the people in the field. Your boy needed to get in there.
You gotta get out there, get your hands dirty.
Gotta get the hands dirty, right? Because we're running a small op, right? You gotta get in there. You can't just be bougie in the office all the time. Gotta get in there in the field with the people. And let me tell you something: people are very, very hawkish about their in-home shit.
Yeah, people who I was going to say order movers, or people who call movers must be.
Exactly. See, I'm glad you said that, because if you call a mover, you're most likely not down to move your own shit, obviously.
Right.
So,
and you got enough money for people to pay people to move your shit.
And you want it taken care with proper care. Obviously, it's always hit and miss. Some people are already, like I said, there was like, I gave Sam the whole rundown. I was like, dude, there's like a service where like basically you pack up your own shit and the movers just go there to move the boxes already, or everything that's already wrapped, and like all the big stuff's already moved, and like, or maybe there's a service where you just move the big stuff, right? And like you already moved all the boxes and you already packed up all the little things.
You gotta move the grand piano.
Exactly. It's like
the marble table.
But then there's the full service where you're like, hey, you don't have to touch anything. We'll wrap everything up. We'll box everything up. We'll bring the boxes. We'll bring the fucking bubble wrap. We'll bring tape. We'll bring the fucking dollies. We'll bring everything.
Some
big
blankets.
Ass truck. Yeah, blankets.
The moving blankets.
Moving blankets. And when people ordered that service, you knew you were gonna get some fucking devils.
And you look and. Was this the service out in all of Los Angeles, the Valley?
It was basically like around like a 30-40 mile radius. So it was like located
based out of the Valley?
Based out of the Valley, out of Canoga Park.
Okay.
So basically, I think the farthest we went out, we'd go to Santa Clarita, or like sometimes because
what about this side?
I don't know, not really. I mean, the guy who ran the business, he was a hustler, so he was like down to take jobs wherever.
Right. I mean, so you're trying to get money wherever you can.
Yeah. So it's like,
So my point where I'm getting at, you guys were based out of the Valley. Imagine moving shit in the heat of the summer in the Valley in a truck. Trucks don't have ventilation and are even fucking hotter inside those trucks.
Well, I mean, trucks do have ventilation, but I mean
the back.
Not in the back.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not in the fucking.
Like once you're loading the shit in the
box,
back,
unless you get
in the box.
Why would you order a reefer box? I just want all my items cold.
I want to make sure my piano gets to my house.
I just want my pianos nice and cold. But yeah, that job fucking sucked. Hard. But it's there you fucking go, Sam. I think you should order a mover, bro.
I don't think so. I have something called friends.
It's like that's
that I've forced them to help me in moving. Not force them. I've said, hey guys, you guys come home to my house, drink my beer. The worst.
It's like, motherfucker, I bring the beer.
The least thing you could do is help me move this couch.
Look, I'm here as an advisor only.
I'm only supervising.
In an advising only role, and my advice is leave the couch on the lawn.
What lawn?
the
front lawn?
The street, Venice.
just give it to the homeless.
Just leave it on Venice, bro.
Hey, they might use it. It's a futon too.
I'll for sure use this shit.
Hey, if I was a homeless person out here, by the way, I don't know if it's a political move. Look at us getting into a little politics here.
Politics.
But the homelessness around the area is going to come down with the whole election coming up.
Really? Because there were still some homeless people under that motherfucking bridge.
Oh yeah, there'll always be.
And there was homeless people next to your library.
That's true. Never mind. I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Yeah. There's homeless people everywhere.
They're all over the damn place.
They're not in front of my house. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying.
You know what though? I was thinking that because I did like go past the area where there's usually like a lot of homeless people, and I was like, oh, it's a little cleaned up. This might be because of politics.
Because the elections are coming.
Yeah, I'm not voting.
I'm not voting either. I don't even know who the fuck to vote.
I know it's like Rick Caruso and Karen Bass.
Yeah,
that's like basically the two candidates. But
who knows?
I'm just abstaining.
You
know what though? Like I'm like trying to like become more and more like apolitical. I just don't want to like be involved in that.
Move to Canada, Jeff.
No, I want to stay in fucking the United States. That's my policy.
I'm gonna live in the United States.
My policy is,
and I do shit about it.
Exactly. My policy is that I'm just chilling, minding my own fucking business because these motherfuckers don't do shit anyway.
That's true. That's true.
I'm just gonna mind my own shit.
I want to bring up something to the podcast that I've been talking about with the guys that I heard on the internet that the Bay Area supposedly came up with. But I wanted to ask you, Jeff, does food smack or slap?
Food definitely smacks, bro.
Right.
Food definitely smacks. Because you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. When I was in Nashville eating that hot chicken, that shit was smacking.
You know what? Let's get into that first.
That shit was
not even
smacking.
get into smack or slap. What'd you eat in Nashville, bro?
Dude,
some hot chicken?
I had this one burger, bro. It was called a Nashville burger, and it had two thin beef patties.
Okay.
With a fucking huge hot Nashville chicken on it.
Woo!
It was so good, bro. It was so fucking good. It was from Acme's. Look it up. Acme's in Nashville. The Nashville burger, bro. That shit was so good. I was starving too, so maybe that's why it fucking smacked.
Woo! Look at that.
Yeah, that shit was fucking fire, dude.
Some shoestring fries.
Yeah, that shit was fire. But honestly, the best thing I had there in terms of food was we went to this.
Because Nashville's still considered the South?
Yeah, it's like basically borderline South. Here, like, I'm basically in the South. I had this blackened chicken sandwich, bro. Ooh. And it was probably the best chicken sandwich I've ever had, bro.
Blackened chicken sandwich.
It was so good, like just the right amount of seasoning, bro. It was, yeah. That's blackened chicken, and like, but it was on like a pretzel roll.
That looks like fried chicken.
But it's not, dude. It's like just the chicken breast. It's not fried at all. It's like
it just got so much like pepper and shit like that.
It's the
oh my god,
dude! It looked like that, dude. It literally looked like fucking that, dude. I'm getting water. My mouth is watering. I was stuck telling Amber like, cause I eat fast, bro. Once I get food, like I just start smacking that shit, and then I'm fucking, and then dude, I was taking my sweet, beautiful time eating that black. I was like, I would take a little bite. And there was a little pickle. I'll be like, and there was a little pepper chicken. I'm like, eat a little piece of fry. I'm like, Amber, I hope you noticed I took like an hour to eat this sandwich, and it wasn't.
When I usually don't.
And it wasn't because it was bad. It's because I didn't want it to end. I didn't.
Jesus, look at that shit.
That shit was so good. It didn't look exactly like that, but it was that type of chicken. You know, you get the
look at the pretzel bun. Look at the pretzel bun.
You get the picture.
Right. I get the picture of what you're looking at.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing, and then. You know, we went to Broadway. We went to Broadway Street. That basically we got the whole vibe. There's country music everywhere, live music everywhere. You could go to like a pub.
Let me interrupt you real quick. How do you feel? How do you, before going into Nashville, how did you feel about country music?
Not a fan.
And then now that you went into Nashville, how do you feel about Nashville?
I respect it a little more just because like the live music is. There's a lot of talent over there, bro. Like they can sing their ass off. They're playing the fucking guitar, the drums, the fucking
fiddle.
The fiddle, dude. Hell yeah, they brought that fiddle out, son.
Bro, no.
They were going in. They had like fiddle solos, like like that shit was fire, dude.
Hell yeah.
No, I respected the fuck out of the performance. Like they don't call it Music City for nothing.
I fucking love.
They call Nashville Music City for a reason. Everywhere you go, there is live music everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in a pub, doesn't matter if you're at the club, doesn't matter if you're just at a regular restaurant, doesn't matter if you're walking down the street, wherever you are, anywhere in Nashville, East Nashville, Broadway, there's music.
There's country everywhere.
Everywhere.
Any kind of music.
But the thing is, they do a lot of covers too. So like, there was this one place we went to, this distillery, and like those
still exist? I'm just fucking with you.
I remember
it's just because some people keep fucking with me about that one episode where we
said distillery's not in California.
California. Yeah. That's what we said. Let's clear that up. We didn't know that they were in California. But anyways, you said you went to a distillery. You went to Jack Daniels?
No, it wasn't Jack Daniels. I forgot the name of this place. I wish I could just remember off the top. It was great.
Right.
It was so good. We went twice, and then
wow.
Did the little taster thing, but there was this girl who did a cover of Britney Spears' Toxic.
Oh,
but she like did it in this different type of way. It was almost like fucking like she was singing in this like low tone, and it was like she was playing the guitar, and it was like almost like sad. Like it
almost made you want to cry,
dude. I was telling Amber, I was like, yo, this song has a whole new meaning. Like, she like straight.
I didn't know she was actually toxic.
It's the taste of your lips. Like
I'd rather have your toxic.
Dude, she was like, I would turn around because she was like singing behind me. I was like. Yeah, girl,
she's about to make me cry.
Britney Spears. and you're hitting the portion of my heart I thought I closed long ago.
That I think I burned off a long time ago. This black heart is beating again.
You getting the scabs off it, girl. Nah, but honestly, there's a lot of talent in Nashville. So many great singers. The food is fucking great. I will say, you go on Broadway, which is the main street.
Right.
It's like Vegas vibes without the casino. There's just a shit ton of tourists. You could tell. It's just everybody's just partying. It is packed, bro. Packed. You can
how the vibes? How the people there?
The vibes on Broadway. The vibes are very I don't know, for lack of a better word, very white.
That's what I was waiting for.
And it's like, it's fine, dude. Like, people are having a good time, but it's just like, bro, I'm from Los Angeles, bro.
You're used to seeing a lot of color.
I'm just used to seeing a lot of brown people. I'm used to seeing a lot of black people, a lot of Asian people, a lot of white people. I'm used to seeing everything.
Right.
You're right there. It's just a lot of white people, like a lot, and they're having a blast. They're having a good fucking time. So you just gotta get in the vibes, and everybody was cool. No one was being weird. Like, it was cool. It was chill. But honestly, and
that's what I've always heard about Nashville. Like, you go to Broadway and you'll have a good time. Because some people are like, don't go there. It's hella white and say it like that. But nah, I feel like the vibes there are not very hostile. They're very more like, let's all fucking party together. But like, let's have a drink all together. Let's enjoy this music together.
And I'm going to keep it real. If you're from Los Angeles or you're from one of these mega cities and you go to Nashville, you got to go to Broadway just to give it a shot. You just got to go there and be in the mix, because you can't just isolate yourself just because you think it's not your vibe. Like I said, I'm not big into country music. Like, I'm just straight hip. I'm straight hip hop all the time, honestly. Like, that's all I really listen to.
Right.
So, but I go there, honestly, and I went to the African American Museum, and they had a whole hip hop exhibit. That shit was sick. African American Music Museum. That shit was sick. You put the headphones on, they take you the whole history of like hip hop and shit. That shit was fire. Like, it was pretty legit, and like the whole history of just like African American music from like the beginning till now and shit.
Right.
That shit was tight. It was like pretty interactive museum. They have like this whole booth where you get in and like you could like spit and shit.
My question is, what does Nashville know about the hip hop? What
I don't know. It's close to the South. That museum was pretty legit with their hip hop knowledge. I'm not gonna lie. They were pretty like in depth.
What rapper came out of Nashville?
And the thing is, it's not even about rap, because it's just like African American music in general. So they definitely know a lot about the blues and a lot about bluegrass and shit like that. So like it was pretty. That place was pretty legit. But just Broadway in general was tight. But then you keep hearing, like, even on the plane, my girlfriend Amber was like made a friend with this lady who was sitting next to her, and she was basically saying like, look, I know you're gonna hit up Broadway, but that's not that tight. It's like, if you're from LA and people want to go to Hollywood, you gotta take them, but it's like, that's not the dope spot. It's like, here are the dope spots. You gotta go to this place, this place, this place. Then we go to those places. One of the places she recommended. And then they're like, oh, you guys are from California, because they checked their ID. They're like, oh, we're like, what are you guys doing here? And we're like, oh, we're here for a birthday, blah blah blah. And then the dude there, he's like, yeah, I'm from Detroit, And he's like,
he's originally from Detroit.
Yeah, he's like, I'm from Detroit and I moved to Nashville. He's like, dude, he's like, I know you got to hit up Broadway. He's like, but go to all the places in East Nashville. He's like, that's where all the locals are at, and you'll get a real true sense of like Nashville, and you'll see that it's way better. People are way chiller. It's like more low key, but still dope vibes. And then we went to like 2 or 3 of those places. Sick. That was like the more memorable part. Like
the vibes.
The vibes.
Describe the vibes for us, Jeff.
No, it was just, honestly, it feels like you go. You know how it feels like when you go to one of your favorite bars in your city.
Oh,
that's how it feels like. You go to one of your spots,
but not like a dive bar though.
No, but there was like, okay, you know how it feels like. We went to this place. I think it was called Sam's. To be honest, no, it was called the Red Door. We went to the sports bar that I went to see Real Madrid. Was called Sam's. Yeah, but it was called.
We'll talk about that later.
It was called the Red Door. And that place reminded me of the Shortstop, bro.
I was just gonna say, like the Shortstop.
It was like just fucking sick ass vibes, bro. Like it was. They had like this whole area where people are just chilling, dive bar shit. But then there's like this whole like music area where you're just chilling and people are kind of dancing, having a good time. That shit was tight, bro. I feel like
those are the vibes I'm looking for.
And honestly, it was dope to me that people were giving us tips. Like they're like, bro, like there's a lot of like tips. Like go here, go here. People are super friendly.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Here in LA, we're not that friendly.
We're not. We're not giving tips.
Yeah, we're not giving tips. We're not giving tips of where you're gonna go. Where's the best place to be? Because people go to Hollywood and we're like, fuck Hollywood, bro. Like, and
but we don't give them the alternatives.
So my family was, because I went to Mexico, like we talked about in the last podcast, and my family was, oh yeah, my dad's like, oh yeah, we'll take them to Hollywood, the Walk of the Fame, and I was like, that shit's boring as fuck. If you want to take them to something famous, like to Santa Monica Boardwalk, that's
better. That's at least better.
A little bit funner than that. You know what I mean? Like there's there's crazy.
If you think of one place, like now that we're on that topic, if you have like, let's say someone's coming in from out of town, and they're like, hey, like where should I go? Like, where should I go to have a good time in Los Angeles? What's an area that you think you would just be like, this, you'll have some fun here?
Locally?
Just Los Angeles. Los Angeles is big, so you have a lot of places. That's the first thing that I would probably say.
No. What I mean by locally is the kind of fun that you're trying to have.
If you're a tourist, like if you're like coming here, if you're just coming here to visit, where would you like send them?
Long Beach.
Long Beach?
Yeah.
All the way to Long Beach?
Yeah.
It's a mish.
Yeah, so it is a mish. But like there's I don't know what the fuck that street is called. But on Long Beach, there's this whole street of fucking bars down the way. They close this shit down Saturdays and Sundays. I don't know if you remember the street, but bars on each side, bro. And it's just like a good time. You know what I mean? Like one side you can go play beer pong, on the other one, if you want to be bougie as shit, you can go up to their fucking rooftop shit.
So you'd be like, if someone's coming to Los Angeles, you'd be like, go to Long Beach.
Nah, I mean that's the first thing that came to the top of my mind.
I feel you.
But like the other thing that came on the top of my mind was like, I mean, it's not like go to Long Beach. I mean, there's no one place, because that's the thing about Los Angeles. We're so spread out. We're so spread out. There's so many things. Like, because like if I'm doing it locally, if I'm going to be at home, like the LA M Valley now, go to North Hollywood. That you know what I mean. That whole North Hollywood area, Magnolia. Yeah. You know what I mean. You could go to different bars, have a good time. You know what I mean.
That's the first thing I would say.
That's the first thing
I'd be like, Los Angeles is just a big city, and it's hard to pinpoint one place.
Right.
Like, you're not gonna get the taste of Los Angeles. But to me, like, I would be like, if you want to get at least just a slight taste of LA, you're not gonna get it in one bite. I would be like, go to downtown LA,
right?
Hit the Arts District, hit Angel City, hit all those places around there, and then if you want to get a true taste of like just every little bit of LA. This might be controversial to my peeps out there, but I'm gonna say go to Cha Cha Lounge on a Saturday night. Go to Cha Cha Lounge on a Saturday night, and you're gonna get all the vibes of Southern California.
When's the last time you've been to Cha Cha Lounge?
It's been like 2 months.
Wow, that's a lot sooner than I was expecting.
No, I went. I love that place, bro. That place.
You have loved that place.
Yeah, that place is sick, bro. You know why I like that place? Because you get a good bit of every type of person from Los Angeles. You get the fucking rich, fucking hipster types. You get like the people that come from money. You get gangsters.
Well,
you get punk
100%.
rockers. You get fucking just regular average Joes. You get all types of people. You know.
By the way, us in LA, the people that we call out of towners or rich people,
those are the out of towners.
No, yeah, out of towners and rich people, hipsters. They all fall under nowadays. They fall under the same kind of category. You know what I mean?
Cha Cha Lounge is like a good petri dish of Los Angeles.
Yeah, or I think that strip right there on, is it Sunset? Where Gold
Room's a good area,
and like all those bars, that's a good area because you're going up to Dodger Stadium.
I think Gold Room's probably like top 5 dive bars in Los Angeles. I'm gonna keep it real. Like Gold Room is a top 5 dive bar. If you want a LA dive bar, go to Gold Room. 100%.
I don't think that many people know about Gold Room. Let's not even put it out there.
No, yeah, I know, right? I think I'm just
keep
like,
it low key. Let's not tell them about the specials there.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Right? I know. I'm not even gonna put it out there.
Go to Shortstop. Go to Shortstop.
Yeah, exactly.
The Mohawk Bend.
Exactly. Oh,
I don't even know if that's still open.
There's you want some mimosas? Go to Hyperion Public.
There you go.
In Silver Lake.
I think that area. Because there you go. Because all of the hipsters and all the people have moved into that area. That it's become that area to go to.
Technically,
you know what I mean?
That Sunset area has always been the popping area.
True. That's true.
Technically, like
Definitely.
even so, like that's always been a famous area.
Yeah, Sunset.
Like so, if you tell people like you want that LA history, but not with the Hollywood weirdness, go on Sunset. Yeah. You'll find something on Sunset.
Oh, for sure. Let's retract, guys. Yeah. So what we're saying is, if you want to come to LA, if you're from out of town and you're watching this video right now, come to Sunset. take a stroll down Sunset. You're gonna find bars. You're gonna find food, great food.
Or you want some cool shit? You out a little out the way? Go to Chelas in Boyle Heights.
Ooh,
that place is sick. Good vibes there.
Chelas and Boyle Heights.
Chelas and Boyle Heights.
There's a lot of good food in Boyle Heights too. Like,
yeah, I haven't really like explored Boyle Heights as much as I wish I should, but Chelas and Boyle Heights is pretty sick.
See, like,
Chelas with an X, Xelas.
This is what I love about going into different places, going into different locations, and it kind of brings us back to what can we do in our own city? You know what I mean? Because you just went out to Nashville and you just noticed all these different things and all these different places, but then you come back and you have this conversation like, where would I invite somebody that's from out of town here in LA? Like, what would I do? So, like, one of my coworkers, she's from New York, right? And, you know, they live in downtown near the Arts District where they're close to the Crypt. They're close to, LA Live, all of that. So LA, all of that's cool and all. You know what I mean? You got to see all that stuff. But to really see all of LA, you got to kind of expand, go outside of downtown. You know what I mean? See the good stuff. Like, you go to Koreatown, you're gonna find some
spots in Koreatown.
Great food, but great bars. Great bars. Karaoke. Like, if you really want to do like those fucking karaoke bars that you see on movies and TV, you'll find that in Koreatown. Like, you'll get fucked up on some soju there. You know what I mean? Like, or if
Koreatown has some spots, bro.
They know how to party.
You could get lost in Koreatown.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, for real. Like, you'll just have a blast in Koreatown just off top.
You know what I mean? And then if you want to go a little farther down, like I said, the South Bay, like Long Beach, I'm telling you, they know how to party out there. Like,
for sure,
it's a good time. It depends on what your vibe is here in LA. Like, you want to go hiking, let's go to fucking San Bernardino. If you want to go, you know, like surfing, you go up to Newport. You know, whatever you want to do. It's just the vibe you're looking for, you know. And I love that about LA.
I feel like, but that's the one thing that I hope that LA's just not that type of city. But that's the thing that I did notice. Like Nashville, like people were kind of going out of their way to just be like, hey, you should try this place out. Go over here, like go see. I feel like LA, like you said, we'd never do that.
We're not nice.
We're not. LA is just not a nice city. We don't even say hi to each other.
We don't.
We don't.
Like in the elevator, how many times have you ever gotten in an elevator and told somebody good morning?
In LA, never.
No, because I heard that shit. So I watched a video on YouTube of this guy that is from New York, and he's like, I moved to LA and everyone's so fucking rude. Like, he's like, we're rude in New York because we have places to be and things to do. But we're at the same time like kind of nice because, like, he's like, I took the metro in downtown by Union Station and there's a fucking homeless person that spilled their whole shopping cart all over the stairs, and people have to wait for him to pick it up or go around him, and nobody's helping him out. He's like, in New York, people would be like, fuck this shit, we're gonna help him put his shit in his fucking cart so we can get the fuck to where we have to get to, like get his shit out in and move on. All right, let's go, let's get the fuck out. But you know what I mean? Here in LA, we'll just be like, it's not my problem. It's not
I think it has to do.
No es mi pedo.
I mean, LA, like, underrated, like, one of the things, not underrated, but one of the things that people never think about, LA is like a mad segregated city.
Hell yeah.
Like, it's a very, like, and it also has to do with it being super spread out, but it's like super segregated. Like, certain ethnic groups are in their own neighborhoods. Right. Everybody's all
like you said, go to Boyle Heights, you'll find some good Mexican food.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, everything's super spread out, and people just don't really trust each other. Like, there's a lot of distrust in this city, but it's always been like that. It's never not been like that. I don't think that's a new development. Like, I just think that that's just how this city is. But there's these certain places. The thing is like, there's these certain spots and these certain places and these certain occasions where you see LA come together, and it's beautiful. And, like, I wish it would come together more. And I think, funny enough, it's usually, like, at a fucking Dodger game.
For
like,
sure.
Or at a fucking Laker game, or, like, at fucking Cha-Cha Lounge, or at the fucking local dive bar. Like, you just see people.
You know where I see that a lot more? A lot more of LA coming together. A lot more of people from different cultures and backgrounds coming together. Even more, I feel like more now than we were kids, is the Valley. Yeah. I feel like the Valley is a lot more inclusive, more of a small, not a small community, but yes, a small community that's growing so much more. but is more like, hey, let's all enjoy of this. Let's all, hey, look, there's now Instagram profiles of where you can eat in the valley, where you can go drink in the valley, what you can do in the valley. You know what I mean? Where back in the days we would chill in the valley and then go out to the LA to have fun. You know what I mean? Go out to downtown, West LA, Hollywood, all those shits to have fun. But now people are having fun in the valley. You know?
Well, I just think like just in general, like all of Los Angeles is very like, you're cool. You're very local with the people in your like neighborhood. So it's like you're nice to the people around you, but it's like people can tell when you're not from around there. Like everything's very. It's once again, like I said, it's very segregated. Like you know when someone's not from the valley, you know when someone's not from Boyle Heights, you know when someone's not from Huntington Park, you know when someone's not from Compton, you know when someone's not from Koreatown.
But we know when someone's not from LA.
Exactly.
Like the LA County.
Exactly.
Like you look at you're not from LA. You know what I mean? Yeah, you may not be from the town I'm from. You're not from Compton. You're not from Arcadia. You're not from Pasadena. You're not from fucking Panorama, Pacoima. But you're from LA. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But anyways, we went on a tangent about our city that we love.
I'm gonna tell you one thing exactly. Like just to end the tangent, I'm gonna tell you one thing. When I was flying into Nashville, like I was looking out the plane. I'm like, man, like. You know, everything's like super spread out. There's a lot of green trees, and then you see houses, and like you're like, man, this is like small town, right? But it's like big city vibes, but it's still a small town, like
small town, big city vibes.
Yeah, once you land and you're in the city, but through the plane, you just see a lot of like plains and a lot of like greenery, and like you're just like, man, this is still a small town. But when you're flying into Los Angeles, dog, right? Like you just see this behemoth, bro. You see this monster of a city, like the freeways, the industrial areas, the neighborhoods, the traffic, the buildings. Like when you're flying in, like the pilot's like, oh, like we're 100 miles out, like get ready for landing, this and that. You just see everything. Like it's monstrous. And honestly,
did you fly into LAX?
Yes.
I mean, fly back into LAX?
Yes.
Did you see SoFi?
No, because I wasn't on that side. It's on. I think it was on the other side. I've seen SoFi before on a fly-in though.
It's so crazy.
It looks tight, and this is the thing though.
You know, and like seeing every time I come into LA and LAX from another trip, I always play one song and one song only.
What is it?
Tupac.
To live and die in LA
is the place to be.
That's a great song.
Honestly, every time I'm flying back into LA. The song I play, to live and die in LA, because I love. Look, sometimes I'm here in LA and I'm like, fuck this shit. I want to live somewhere else. But then I leave and I come back. I'm like, fuck, I love my city.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I was flying back in. And I was like, I love this shit. I just love this shit. Like
I love the congestedness.
I'll take the good and the bad.
Right,
the good and the bad.
I'll take the good with the bad.
The good with the bad, man. I love Los Angeles.
Yeah, you got to see that freeway.
Exactly. You see all that shit.
That's
but you see it on a massive scale because you're so high up.
Exactly.
Landing in, you just see, damn, there's so much shit popping off out here, man. Like, I love it. I've always felt that even as a little kid when I'd come back from El Salvador and I'm like flying into Los Angeles, I'm like, holy shit, look at this monster. Like, this is like big city shit.
Right.
I always love that view. Something I always look forward to.
No, definitely. If you guys are ever visiting Los Angeles, send us a pic. Send us a little snap to us just so that we can be reminded of how beautiful our city is. But other than that, let's move on to the next topic. Winnie the Pooh, the Blood and Horror. just straight up.
Dude, that shit looks dope. This is what happens when something gets off the grasp of the clutches of Mickey Mouse and their fascist regime.
I love how we get going here.
Like,
fuck.
Like, when Disney loses IP, you get shit like this, dog.
You get some weird shit.
You get some weird shit with Winnie the Pooh and Piglet looking like demons.
He's like a warthog.
I love it. There's no trailer, but the clip's enough.
Let's give us a background. People are like, what the fuck are they talking about? So we were, before the podcast, talking about shit that's been going on. Like, what should we talk about on the podcast? And then Seuss brings it up. Hey, have you guys
That's another actor
ruined by drugs and alcohol. It looks like
that shit is funny as fuck, dude.
Susuke brought up, he's like, hey, have you guys seen that whole new rendition of Winnie the Pooh? You know, Disney lost the IP on it, and somebody's gonna make a horror movie about Winnie the Pooh. I was like, fuck, really? Winnie the Pooh, a horror movie? How are you gonna do that? Well, I guess Winnie and Piglet end up eating Eeyore.
That's basically like the like, I don't know if that's the overall premise, but that definitely happens.
Who is this bitch right here?
I don't know who that is. I don't know who this.
Just look. This just looks like a horror like movie right here. Like just two dudes standing over a naked girl in a tub. That just gives you vibes.
It's called
for a
Winnie
horror
the
movie.
Pooh, Blood and Honey. That's such an epic ass name,
right?
I'm gonna watch it. It might suck. It
definitely will suck.
I hope it doesn't.
Natasha Tosini. Never seen her before.
Never seen her. She's pretty hot. But damn, I hope it doesn't suck. I like when people take like little jumps on different takes on old.
What's another movie, Disney old movie that you would like to see a horror or different take on? I already have one, but you give me one.
I want them to make a different take on Bambi, son.
I was just thinking about that. It's not mine, but I was just thinking about that. That's a perfect, horror different take on it.
But Bambi's like not just this like sad little creature who just lost his mom. It's like Bambi's out for revenge,
right? Or kind of mentally ill,
like battle Bambi.
Yeah, mentally ill kind of Bambi.
There we go. There we go. Zombie Bambi or some
God.
Shit like that. Just like Bambi on roids, like just fucking shit up. Like
you know which one could be fucked up, and I think they had the premise of it, but then Disney took over. Is Roger Rabbit?
That would be dope.
Roger Rabbit. And I don't know what the rest of the name is. Oh, Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Just like a new version of it.
A new, different version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, just with a different take, not Disney about it. Like dark, get Jessica Rabbit a little bit like get Margot Robbie to play Jessica Rabbit. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe.
I think it'd be a good idea. Did Disney take over Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah. There's a ride at Disneyland.
Is there?
Yeah, they're in Toontown.
Toontown is like doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't exist anymore. Toontown does not exist anymore.
It's
that was my favorite.
Isn't it Star Wars land now?
No.
That's where they put Star Wars.
No, Star Wars lines to the left.
So
Toontown was in the way back.
So what they do with Toontown because it's not there anymore.
Are you sure? Yeah. Maybe you haven't gone that far back.
I've been there like a little too much this year.
Yeah, I bet.
It's behind the small world. I mean,
it's not there anymore.
Not behind Small World, to the left of Small. It's a Small World.
that's what I meant.
It's not. It's definitely not there anymore.
It's at the end of the train. You know how the train, you take the train at the beginning of Disneyland all the way around the whole park? If you end at the last stop before you're going back around, it's Toontown, and you get down and you go through the tunnel and everything. But anyways, that's my.
Oh, they're
take
gonna redesign it.
Oh, okay, redesigning Toontown for sure. See, look, we keep you guys up to date with what's going on in Disneyland, for sure.
But I like that. The Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
New take?
Rated R.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Crazy.
For sure.
Fuck with that.
But before we move on, let's take a quick break. For our sponsors. We'll be right back after this. All right, guys, welcome back to the episode. Thank you guys for listening to our sponsors real quick. But let's get into the nitty gritty, the meat of the episode. I don't think it's what you guys come in to listen to, but something sports,
we enjoy,
something we like to talk about. Yeah, something we enjoy to sit and shoot the shit about. Right now, the NBA, first of all, is the conference finals. It happened. Let's talk a little bit about that. It was the Heat versus the Celtics, the Warriors versus the Mavs, which we won't talk so much about. But let's get into first our nemesis, the Boston Celtics versus the Miami Heat. What do you think about the series, Jeff?
I mean, it was a series that they had a couple of blowouts, but the last games were really intense, and Jimmy Butler showed up in Game 6 in Boston, put up a masterpiece.
Yeah.
masterpiece to bring it back to Boston. Jimmy Butler, I was like, damn, Jimmy Butler's really just gonna will his team to the finals.
He almost willed him, literally in the conference finals, almost willed his team to the finals.
Yeah. It seemed like
it was off of one shot that he almost made it to the finals.
Yeah, he was balling outrageous. And the thing is, there was a lot of back and forth that within, like, the road teams were winning. Like,
right.
It's like Miami beat Boston in Boston a couple times. Boston beat Miami in Miami a couple times. And man, somehow, some way, but I thought Boston was gonna lose. I thought they were gonna choke. I was like, damn, they're up 3-2 with a chance to win at home. Jimmy Butler comes up, puts up a masterpiece. There's no way they're gonna pull this shit off. I honestly didn't. I like Boston as a team in terms of their talent.
Right.
I think they're a very talented team, but I didn't think they would be able to close it out in Miami. But damn, that Jason Tatum's the real fucking deal, and they actually have a legit big three, man. Tatum, Smart, and Brown are the real deal, man.
Averaged 26 points in the conference finals. It's crazy.
Who, Tatum?
Jason Tatum. I'm looking at it right here. You know what I mean? 26 points. Look at that. I mean, that
guy was in the game. That was in game 7.
Yeah,
that was in game 7.
26 points. Marcus Smart also had 24. And Jaylen Brown. Look, their big three came up and showed up. You know what I mean? I feel like Jason Tatum took that next step to say, hey.
And the thing is,
I'm here. I'm ready.
They've been on the cusp for a while. They went to the conference finals in 18. They went to the conference finals in 20 in the bubble. They went to the conference finals again. It's a
conference finals versus the Heat, wasn't it?
In the bubble, yeah.
In the bubble, that's what I'm saying.
And the Heat went to the finals, yeah. And we
off of a block from Adebayo.
Yeah, so there's a little rivalry brewing right there. But man, I'm just it feels weird, but like Jason Tatum, like he loves Kobe so much. He's wearing that like purple and gold armband with the 24. I wonder how Celtics fans feel about that shit. I wonder how they feel about that shit.
No, I don't know. As a Laker fan, I would not be cool with LeBron with a Larry
Garnett
Bird or Garnett sweatband. Like I don't know. I wouldn't be okay with
Paul
that.
Pierce fucking
I would not be okay. Like okay,
well LeBron wouldn't do it because he played against those guys. But no, Tatum looked up to it. Would almost be like I don't know. The Celtics. Sorry to say, Celtics. You have no one on the level of Kobe within the last fucking 25, 30 years.
Right.
Until maybe now you got a guy who could maybe be on that level. So like there would be no
ultimately wants to play for the Lakers.
Dude, he had that advertisement for the NBA where he's wearing Kobe's jersey. He's in the Laker colors. I want to know how
he looks so good. I want to know how colors.
Boston feels about this. Like Boston cannot really.
You know what? I feel like they kind of overlooked it. They're like,
yeah, because they're in the finals, so it's like fuck it. Who cares? I'd probably do the same thing. Like, if you're winning, it doesn't matter. And you're still playing for us, it doesn't matter.
He's still under contract with us. That's pretty much what they're thinking.
But Tatum, it's okay. Come home.
He knows he wants to.
Come play with purple and gold, baby.
Eventually, he will.
You can't wear 24.
That's my hot take right now.
You can't wear 24, but you can wear like fucking
23.
You could wear 44. No, you can't wear 44. You
can wear 23. It hasn't been retired yet.
Can't wear 23, but
he can. They're definitely can wear it.
They're definitely gonna retire one of LeBron's numbers.
6. No, 23 because he won the title with 23.
Yeah.
All right, you go.
Anyway, we're going on a little tangent, but either way, look, the Celtics fucking beat the Heat in Miami, and they're gonna play another team that I actually don't like at all. I can't root for them in the Golden State Warriors, man.
Did you see that tweet from O'Shea Jackson Jr.?
Where he's like, "Oh, our brothers in the North."
Yeah,
like he's like Game of Thrones.
He Game of Thrones and saying, the enemy of my enemy is my brother," and you know what I mean? Like,
I get it. I mean, look, I went not this weekend, but the weekend before this. It was the Celtics were at home, and I went to this bar in Santa Monica. And let me tell you, I have never
Seen so many Celtics fans.
So many Celtics fans since the 2018 World Series, where there was a shit ton of Red Sox fans in Los Angeles. I'm gonna tell you, I give Boston fans a lot of props because they can talk shit and they can take it.
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell you, I was in that bar on fucking Saturday talking my shit, and I went there and I'm not gonna lie, actually, Laker fans
got there fucked up.
Lakers are gonna fucking Laker fans are gonna crucify me for this, but I actually like this Boston team. I like Jason Tatum, and I like Jaylen Brown, and I like Marcus Smart. I really do enjoy this team.
People are not going to crucify you as much as they did to me last week when I said I had the Celtics taking it all the way, and no, not winning it all, but taking it all to the finals and losing to the Mavs. And they're like, how could you even choose the Celtics to make it to the finals? Yada, yada.
No, I'm going to get crucified for this. But let me tell you, the moment I got into that bar and I saw all those Boston fans, the LA in me, the Laker fan in me,
not expensive.
It came out, bro, because I was like, fuck the Celtics. Like, I just kept going in, bro. And then I got everybody on the side, bro. We were talking so much shit, and they fucking lost, bro. The Celtics ended up losing that game. It was beautiful, and it reminded me that I can never, ever root for a Boston team. It's impossible. I just can't do it. So I think by proxy, I'm going to be rooting for the Warriors, sadly. And I hate look, man, the fucking Bay Area, you guys are cool and shit, but I know you guys are Giants fans, and I can't ever forget that. So rooting for you guys is just as bad as rooting for the Celtics.
And you guys fight over if food smacks or slaps.
Exactly. You guys are fighting over smacking and slapping, or we're here fighting over titles, baby.
Right? Nothing but ranks.
Ranks.
Jason, go back to that last slide of the price of the yeah. Look how cheap, not cheap, but I'm going to say cheap compared to Super Bowl tickets. The first game, the cheapest ticket is $610. That's not that bad.
What's the most expensive ticket, though?
$6,900.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
See, it goes from 610 to 690.
Yeah, but go to, like, if you go more to the...
$40,000.
Oh! What seat is that?
VIP row AA. So
Is that in the front?
You're literally licking Jason Tatum's balls from the court.
I would not pay $40,000 to lick Jason Tatum's balls. I'm sorry. I would not do that, Sam.
$40,000 just taste the sweat off his brow.
Ow. That just hurt.
But I'm just saying, $610 for nosebleed seats.
That's worth it. But $50,000.
That's not that bad.
Did I see $50,000?
Yeah, you did. 50,000.
$50,000. Damn, people got that money in San Francisco though.
Silicon Valley.
For real, like I've seen Chase Center. I've seen pictures. I see one of our homies has gone to Chase Center.
Is that $112,000?
$12,000.
Can we see that seat? Is there a way to see that seat? Like,
I think so. Look. Yeah, it shows you right there.
it's a box.
Yeah, right. It's more than a box.
Yeah, it looks like a box.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, buy those
And
right.
it's two.
Jason, buy those right now, bro.
You can buy. You can only buy it if you buy two. So that means that's $224,000.
Fuck it, dude. Buy four, bro. We're all going, bro.
$448.
We're all going, guys. Unlucky Specialist field trip, boys. We're going to the finals with the most
going
expensive
VIP
seats. Let's go.
We're gonna have a podcast right on the floor, baby.
I'm gonna shake.
I'm going on debt.
I'm gonna take out a loan.
I'm gonna sell a kidney because I don't need two.
I'm gonna sell my
piece
left.
of my liver.
I'm gonna sell my left toe.
My left nut.
No, not the left nut, bro.
Oh, the right nut. Whichever one hangs higher or lower. Which one's better? Is it better if it hangs lower or higher?
It's better if they're just both a nice, decent length.
If they're that is not. There's no such thing as a decent length of sack.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
That's weird. If it's not just one a little bit lower than the other.
Don't call me weird, Sam.
Don't. Bye. Medical miracle.
Dude, so those tickets are expensive as fuck too, bro.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
But $610 is not that bad for a nosebleed.
$610 for the nosebleed.
For a finals game?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I might fuck around and drop $610.
And that's the Chase Center.
If it was the Lakers?
Yeah, hell yeah.
If it was a Laker game?
I dropped $610 for sure.
When's the next time I'll ever get to go to the finals?
Never.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing. That's crazy. No, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm going to be rooting for the Warriors as well.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to just, in my mind, root for the Warriors. But I think
they're going to win.
So that's who you got. You got Warriors and how many?
6.
See, I'm going to be rooting for the Warriors. But I got Celtics in 6.
Wow. Jesus got them in a gentleman's... No, in a sweep.
Straight sweep. That's crazy. I don't... Wow.
No way. The NBA would never allow that.
They would allow that.
They would not allow that, Jeff.
I think they would.
They'd be losing money.
The NBA loves the Warriors.
No, yeah, but they would lose money. Like, that's why 6 is perfect. It's not all the way to 7. It's not a gentleman's sweep. It's that like, oh, there's almost a little bit of competition. They might make it. They might not. 6.
I mean, that the Heat in 2014 got gentleman's sweep by the Spurs 4-1. So it happens, man.
Yeah, but you had LeBron in that team.
You got Steph Curry on this team.
You got an old Steph Curry. You got
Steph Curry.
You got a broken down Klay Thompson. You got a Draymond Green
and
who's focusing more on his off season.
And yet they're still in the finals. And this goes back to the original point that I was saying off camera. The Warriors barely got through this weak West. They're hurt. They're barely hanging on.
I want you to read what he just highlighted.
No, it is never okay for Laker fans to root for the Celtics. And I agree. And I'm not rooting for the Celtics, but I'm picking the Celtics in 6.
No, that's rooting for them.
That's not rooting for them.
That is.
That's an objective observation.
Objectively rooting for them.
Nuh-uh. I'm not rooting for them.
You're objectively wanting them to win.
I don't want them to win.
No, because you're choosing them.
I'm just seeing it as an objective
So if I was a
observer.
bookie and you had to make a bet right now, who would you be betting on?
I would bet on the Celtics in 6.
You're rooting
because
for
that's
the Celtics.
smart money. It's like, but that's like an investment, right? Like I'll invest in like opiates, but that doesn't mean that I want people to die. I'll invest in the tobacco industry, but that doesn't mean I condone
smoking cigarettes. I don't know, Jeff. I don't think once once the Celtics make it to the finals,
nail me.
They've had a track record.
Nail me to the cross.
They've had a track record of winning most of their finals, unless it's against the Lakers. Right or right?
Fuck it. Celtics in 6. Let's go.
Wow, Jeff.
And I'm putting money on the green.
We might have to take away
I'm putting money on the fucking green.
No, Jeff, we might have to take away your Lakers fan card.
It's impossible.
Put it in the suspension
It's impossible.
box.
It's impossible.
Look, we're going to leave it up to the people. We're going to leave it up to the people.
No one can take my Lakers fan card. I own it. It's in my heart.
No, you
unless
don't. You don't own it.
Unless you want to carve it out and take my heart.
You don't own it. The Lakers own that fan card.
No.
And the Laker fan base can tell you.
They don't own
shit.
Laker fans don't own shit but fucking tickets to the game. And that ain't my fucking Laker fandom. I'm going to tell you something. Celtics
you're
in 6.
Something.
Money on the Celtics because it's smart money. If you want to make some money, vote on the Celtics. Put your money on the Celtics. Fuck the Bay Area. Let's go.
You're going to make me cry a little bit.
No, I just can't root for the Warriors either.
No, Jeff, you can root for the Celtics over the Warriors?
I can't work for Steph Curry.
Look, so you would rather have the Celtics beat us or tie? Is it tie now?
They would beat us.
Beat us in championships than have the Warriors get their 4th?
That's an ongoing battle, though.
What do you mean an ongoing battle?
That's an ongoing battle. We could always get back in there.
When?
Tomorrow, next year, bro.
No, Jeff, that's the thing. You always wish the worst on your enemy.
Like, the Warriors are my enemy too.
The enemy of my enemy is my brother. So the Warriors.
Fuck O'Shea Jackson. I don't give a fuck what O'Shea Jackson said.
O'Shea Jackson didn't come up with that.
Ice Cube's son didn't tell me shit.
O'Shea Jackson did not come up with that. That's
Ice Cube's son.
That was Shakespeare.
Ice Cube's son. I don't give a fuck what Ice Cube's son say.
No.
I'm going to tell you something that I give a fuck about.
Let's look at him. Who's the enemy of my enemy?
Who's Ice Cube's son? O'Shea Jackson.
The enemy of my enemy. Who came up with that saying? Sun Tzu. The fucking Chinese.
Hey, shout out to Sun Tzu. A lot of people in jail read his book. I don't know if that's something you would want your children to read. Unless you want them to go to jail. But I will say this. Fuck the Warriors. Fuck the Celtics, but I'm putting my money on the Celtics.
Lakers in 6.
I just look, honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. I hate the Warriors at this point in time more than I hate the Celtics.
You know why, Jeff? I'd rather take the Warriors because this is their last championship. I bet on it. They are going to win this one, and then they're going to trade away Clay because he's old and brittle.
Do you know
they're gonna get rid of Draymond because he's way too expensive.
Do you see how Warriors fans talk about us, Sam? This is the underrated narrative.
No. Jeff,
do you see how they talk about the Lakers?
It's not about how they talk. It's because it's this ongoing NorCal versus SoCal battle.
And I'm here to fuel it. Fuel to the fire. I'm putting fuel to the fire. Fuck the Bay. Let's go. Warriors suck. Move the A's to fucking Vegas. The Giants are trash.
Yes.
I agree with we beat the Giants in 5 last year.
I agree with all these statements.
The Warriors left Oakland and moved to the Bay. They're sorry. They moved to San Francisco, Silicon Valley.
They were originally from San Francisco.
Yeah, but they moved back, and Oakland really loved them. Frisco never did. So fuck the Warriors, fuck Steph, fuck Draymond, fuck Clay, fuck Steve Kerr, fuck Jordan Poole, fuck all of them motherfuckers.
But praise the Celtics. Praise Red Auerbach.
I'll burn Red Auerbach's grave, but I'm telling you something right now. Jason Tatum, he's showing love and affection to my favorite Laker of all time.
Let's just wait till he's wearing gold.
He's wearing that purple armband. I don't see nobody. I don't see anybody in the.
Do you see somebody else on that team repping the Lakers?
All I need is their best player to do it.
Do you think I'm waiting? Hey, Bill Plaschke or whoever these reporters are, please ask Jason Tatum at a press conference. Would you rather play for the Lakers right now?
What is he gonna say? What do you think he's gonna say? Yeah, dude, I'm gonna go right now.
Well, no. Would you rather? What is your dream team to play for?
There you go. Say the Lakers. Exactly. So that's why I'm rooting for the Celtics. Let's go. Celtics in 6. Give me that money. I got 200 on it. Let's go.
You guys know what to do in the comments. Get at them.
Bring it on. You guys are all fake.
Fake.
You guys are all fake. If you root for the Warriors, you're fake.
So rooting for the Celtics is not fake.
It's honesty.
Wow.
It's honesty.
The hottest takes you've ever had.
It's honesty. Rooting for the Warriors is worse than rooting for the Celtics. Mm-mm. Yes, it is.
I don't think you've watched the Winning Time lately.
Not only have I watched Winning Time.
I don't think you watched.
Who is this? Who wrote this? Anthony Irwin. Hey, Anthony Irwin, suck a dick.
No, I bet he's got so many likes on this shit. May 31st, he just wrote this. He just wrote this today. It is.
I read the article.
I read
the article, and he made 0 valid points. I read the article. Did you read it?
No, I haven't.
Exactly. Zero valid points.
Jason, what is the points?
Exactly. None. There is none.
What do you mean? Okay, I'll give you valid point number 1.
What?
Remember how the Celtics destroyed Jerry West and Chamberlain and all those teams for us? You know what I mean?
I was born in 1990, and we have finals over them 5-1.
Yeah, but you had to remember. Are you just a fan from here on out, or are you a fan from always? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm a fan from 1990 on.
Then we're gonna have to see how
credible
that fan card is.
And you know what's happened more recently? The Warriors been kicking everybody's ass, and I'm tired of that shit.
Wow.
And I'm tired of that shit.
So more recently, so you're saying, Jeff, that the Warriors have been kicking more ass from 1990 to 2022 than the Lakers have.
No, then the Celtics
that's what you just said.
Then the Celtics
no, that's what you just said. Because I was just talking about the Lakers.
That's not what I said.
I don't know.
That's not what I said.
Then we'll leave it up to the people.
We can leave it up to me. That's not what I said.
Well,
That's not what I said. What I said is
you put a lot of words in my mouth in this podcast. I'm putting them in yours.
No, well, I'm taking them out. Spitting them out. Look, I'm telling you right now, the Warriors have been going a little too crazy in the past decade. I need them to get humbled. I need them to go back to the drawing board. Fuck the Warriors. They got
humbled. They didn't go to the playoffs for 2 years.
More humbleness. I need them to be destroyed.
They had never been to the playoffs for their almost the whole
destroyed.
Celtics history.
Celtics in 6.
Wow.
Making a deal with the devil.
I'm about to call up Dominic Henry. He's gonna be so sad.
No, he's not. I already talked to him about it. We got text.
I got proof about it.
I got proof.
I don't think he'd agree with it. I don't think he'd agree with you rooting for the enemy.
See, this is the thing, though. I'll talk shit to a Boston fan in their face, and I'll fucking root against them in their face. But I'm gonna keep it real. I dislike the Warriors more now.
So let's say you go to that same bar that you were talking shit to those Celtics fans, and you're watching Game 3, Warriors Celtics. What are you telling that Celtic fan?
I'd say fuck the Celtics. I would.
But you're rooting for them now.
Yeah, because I got money on it.
I don't know. There's no real money on it.
Paper, baby.
We'll see.
Paper, baby.
You see how lit this conversation is? It's so fired up. Like, you can't really agree.
That's what happens. I just can't root for the Warriors, man. Impossible.
Like my dad always says, I'll root for California. Whatever's in California. Except fuck the 49ers. Fuck the Giants.
So you'd root for the Clippers in the finals?
No. Fuck! But I wouldn't. Look, I would rather not turn on my TV than watch the Celtics win.
Either way, it's going to be a fun series. I think it's going to be good basketball. No,
it's going to be good basketball. Just talking about it right now, it's going to be good basketball.
It's going to be good basketball for sure. Laker fans, tune in. Fight your fellow brother.
Yeah. Start fires out there.
Start fires.
Flip some cars.
Just because the homies rooting for the Celtics or the homies rooting for the Warriors. Fucking fight them. Yeah. Beat them up in the street.
This is I can't wait.
It's gonna be fun.
This all people. If you guys don't know, if you guys have been living in Iraq, it all starts. The final start this Thursday night. Watch it. It starts in San Francisco. Yeah, 6 Pacific. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're sitting somewhere. Make sure you got a loved one nearby, a cold one.
Make sure you got a Boston fan and a Warriors fan next to you, so you could just dually talk shit to them.
And if you don't, text Jeff, the honorary Celtics fan.
And I'll talk shit to you. I'll be like, hey, there's a purple armband on our brother Jason Tatum.
Let's root for him. Not for the Celtics, but just for Jason Tatum.
Exactly.
You know what? I could go with that.
There we go. I should have been a pastor. I just converted someone to the flock of Jason Tatum.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna be good, guys. I can't wait. What else is gonna be good? Last week we had a game. Not last week. Last podcast. It's been 2 weeks since the last podcast. Last podcast we had a bet. We had a bet that.
That's my punishment for putting money on the Celtics.
That's your punishment. That's where I'm going for. A bet that people have been writing in all week long about. Me and Jeff shook hands, looked each other in the eye.
I honored my debts.
And honored this bet and said, I will eat the Pocky chip if my team loses in the Champions League final. Jeff's team is Liverpool. May he never walk alone. My team is Real Madrid. A la Madrid y nada más. So, the final was this Saturday, May 28th, around noontime.
Great game. Actually, it was very exciting.
I didn't watch it live. I watched it. I recorded it. I came home later, watched it later. And it was...
Did you avoid the score successfully?
I avoided the score successfully.
That's good. That's always good. It's like a job well done.
Like, I did not go on my phone. I closed everything else. I didn't open Twitter because I know Twitter was going to fuck with me. Got home. Skipped through the whole fucking Camila Cabello shit because she did some whole opening musical number there.
Oh, I heard she was like all mad because like they were singing the songs over her. It's like, shut up.
They were.
No one's here to listen to you.
Nobody cares. Nobody really cares.
Yeah.
We're here to see soccer.
Yeah, exactly.
Please. The game starts, and as soon as it starts, I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to eat this chip. As soon as
Liverpool was attacking with relentless authority.
I mean, I bet 90% of possession was on the Liverpool side.
Probably a little less, but it was definitely in the 60s range. 60, like 40 at least.
In the first half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was mainly Real Madrid just defending, trying to see what we can do to do that counterattack, and they Liverpool wouldn't let us. It was just a constant battle right there. Liverpool had, I don't know how many shots in the first half to goal, but Thibodeau Courtois,
he was the MVP of that game.
Man of the match.
Man of the match for sure.
Blocked the shit out of that.
They don't win that game without his goalie play. And honestly, I'm gonna say this: it's honestly, he had how many saves? 57
in the Champions League,
whole Champions League as a total for sure. But he's been balling all Champions League just off that stat alone. 57 saves is a shit ton of
fucking saves.
That's a shit ton of saves.
I bet he got 30 of them on that final. You know what
I mean? He definitely got at least 8 saves in that final, bro.
Crazy.
He was crazy, bro. He balled out, and this is what I will say. I was laughing because Real Madrid, right? They're just this big, omnipotent team that they're always the attackers, right? They're never on the defensive. They're always the ones just pushing the pace. But Liverpool make them switch their roles. And I will say, for, bad luck for us, but they played that role good, and they had 2 chances that they had. The first one they scored, but it was offsides. And the second one they actually scored, and it was a fair played goal. And shout out to them. The 2 chances that they took advantage.
Right.
And Alisson's a good goalie, but hey, not everyone's going to have that Thibodeau Courtois game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Thibodeau Courtois was playing out of his mind. Alisson played well, but he just couldn't make that one save. You know what I mean? And that was the game. 1-0. Mo Salah was attacking. I think
that Jurgen Klopp put in Roberto Firmino too late.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Luis Diaz has been playing way better than Firmino over the last 2 months. So
yeah, but you saw that energy coming off of Firmino.
Yeah, Firmino, and he's always known for scoring those clutch goals. So he put him in. He probably should have put it in the 60th, maybe 50th minute. But it's tough because Luis Diaz has been playing really well for Liverpool, and I feel like what he should have done is because what he did is he took out Diaz and put in Diego Jota.
Yeah.
And I think he should have instead put Firmino in instead of him.
I love how the English say his name. Diego Jota.
Well, I think it is Jota, isn't it? It's Diego Jota.
Yeah. But I just want to rub it in everybody's faces. Do you know who has the most Champions League wins?
Madrid.
In the world. And you know whoever comes the closest to them has. So we have 14 now.
And AC Milan has 7 and Liverpool has 6.
7.
Yeah, AC Milan has 7.
7. So we
lap the field.
Lap the fucking field. We have twice as many as the second most Champions League winner. 14.
Yeah, it's because you guys did it. Honestly, you guys won a lot of them recently because you guys did a 3-peat with the whole. This whole team is basically the same team that 3-peated a couple years ago, besides Ronaldo.
Right,
because it's still been Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Marcelo, Karim Benzema, Casemiro. It's that midfield though with Casemiro, Toni Kroos, and Luka Modric. Phenomenal.
Right.
Phenomenal. Best midfield in the game, bro.
These guys are old. These are 36-year-olds, guys. 36
Modric
years old.
is 37, but I think Kroos is 31.
Yeah. No,
and Modric
is 36.
I think Casemiro's 28, but Modric is old.
36 is old as fuck for
Modric. He's so timeless, bro.
Yeah.
He's timeless, bro. When you see him on the field, no movement is lost. He's doing everything within his zone. That's when soccer's played at the
highest level.
At the highest level, you just see those dudes they're not doing anything out of pocket. They're just doop, doop, especially in the midfield.
Right.
Just controlling the pace, bro. Honestly, shout out to Real Madrid. I don't think if they play 2 games, let's say they do the aggregate, I feel like Liverpool wins in aggregate.
Yep. And that's I feel like in aggregate, Liverpool would have won.
But it's one game. It's the final, and Real Madrid pulled it off.
You win,
man.
you lose, and you go home.
Yeah, you go home, man.
I'm excited. I'm happy.
I'm not because I gotta eat that fucking chip.
That's what I was gonna say. How are you feeling about that Pocky chip, Jeff?
I'm feeling awful. I'm feeling pretty bad. I think it's going to be terrible.
I feel like it's the worst bet I've made in my life.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's up there with betting $200 on the Celtics. I feel like I sold my soul to the devil with that one.
Right.
But I'm actually going to eat the devil's penis with this one. And it's going to be bad.
We're probably going to need to call 911.
Don't say that. Let's not put that out in the air.
You know what I mean? Like, we've already had a couple of people text in and say, "Hey, bro, I've tried." Shout out to @Killer Chapstick, Claren, saying, "Hey, I've had that chip, and I felt like I needed to go to the hospital."
Adam's riding partner. They ride bikes together.
Serious cycling.
They cycle together.
They cycle.
Look at
seriously.
that chip, bro. That shit looks disgusting.
That shit looks like seaweed.
What the fuck is that?
It's black as fuck. One chip challenge. No, fuck that.
That shit looks awful.
No, you know it's bad when it's just one chip.
Yeah, look at that ugly ass chip too.
Also, they didn't even put it on the table because the residue might fall on the
and he might get in like a child's eye, and
exactly.
their
That's
eye
a
will
fucking
fall
paper
out.
towel, bro. Like,
well, that shit is going into my stomach.
Yeah, Jeff. At least a piece of that.
I'm not only eating a piece. People, I'm telling you right now, I'm not eating that whole fucking chip. I'm sorry.
way.
I'm gonna take a bite for the people, but I ain't fucking eating that whole goddamn
And
shit.
we'll have it videotaped for you guys. We'll have it
it's
filmed.
gonna be on tape. It's gonna be filmed. Fuck you guys.
It's gonna hurt, Jeff.
It's gonna hurt coming in and coming out.
I'm so happy that I don't have to eat it because I legitly have.
Dude, my girlfriend doesn't even watch soccer, and she saw the podcast. She was like, "Jeff, I hope you don't eat that chip." She was like rooting for Liverpool to just
watching it.
She didn't want me to eat that
She's
chip.
like, fuck. I'm not gonna see you for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be in quarantine for 20 days after eating this shit.
Just shitting the whole time.
Oh God. Please no.
Just gonna do this,
please,
so you know what's
please,
happening.
Lord, no.
But anyways, it's been a great podcast. It's been a good one, guys. Thank you for following. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming in and having a good time with us. We always love having you guys. Make sure you guys follow us, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell button. Ding. Follow us on Instagram @Unlucky Specialist. Follow us on Twitter @the Luckiest Podcast. Follow us on YouTube. You can find the podcast on every platform. It's your boy Sam Torres.
Your boy Jefte, and we out here. We love y'all. Peace.
Woo!